5 minutes, we're going to show you how to analyze key system data in our free health check app so that you can run regular health checks on your Business Central environment on demand. If you have not yet set up the application, we would highly recommend doing so. We've got a video, the first in our series, that shows you how to walk through all of this, and we would consider that a prerequisite to be successful with the dashboard. So go ahead and review that first, and once completed, you'll want to jump directly into the health check dashboard here to start analyzing some of your system indicators. So the first thing we're going to look at over here on the left is our user tracking data. This will quickly indicate the users that you have in Business Central and if they have logged in. If so, it will also show when the last time they logged in was. So this can be great for ensuring that people who, say that they're logging in and testing things, maybe during a UAT phase, are actually doing so, or just your day-to-day employees to ensure that they're logging in when they say they are. Additionally, it will also quickly indicate which user license that they are currently allocated. So if this doesn't look correct, you may want to go ahead and run that update from Microsoft 365 function that can be found in the user page. Finally, it will also show the type of user that they are, whether they're a full user, an application user, or an external user. And this can also help further delineate who has access to your system. So again, if I just look at this, we can see that I logged in today at 7:13 a.m. And I'm currently logged in. We can also see some other users that are logged in here in the past. So maybe we need to kill their session, or maybe they don't work here anymore. We can also see the license level. I'm an internal administrator, plus I have a Dynamics 365 Essentials license, and I am also a full user. We also have things like Clockify, where that's going to be an application user. It's not an actual login. Whereas we can have, internal administrators just versus folks that have a team member license maybe, or others that have a full-blown Essentials license. So use this to, again, analyze who's logged in, when they've logged in, what license type they have, and what license or administrator role that they're currently assigned. The next that we're going to look at over here is our job queue warnings. This is one of my personal favorites. This can be helpful as we are definitely going to want to know if job queues are failing, as that means they are not running. We also have some additional functionality where you can actually get an email when they fail real time, so that you don't necessarily have to just check this every day. You can be real time notified, but this, again, from a dashboard perspective, is a great way to see things that have failed and that need your attention. For example, one we saw recently was someone's currencies that were not updating. This can obviously cause a lot of downstream issues when it comes to currency valuations and gain loss reconciliations and things like that. So in this case, that's something that we would have wanted to resolve immediately, and that email would have been very useful. And you can do so then by navigating to the job queue entries, reviewing the issues from the email, restart that or reschedule that job queue that needs attention, and then you should be good to go. The other thing we will point out is if you scroll over to the right here, it will also show you the last run date and time, as well as the error message that is currently displayed on that job queue. So just two additional pieces of information that can be helpful when trying to further analyze why this job queue is failing. We just talked about currencies, and speaking of, the last piece that we're going to look at over here on the right is our currency exchange rate last updated warning. So this is important as you want to make sure exchange rates are being updated regularly. If you are not doing this currently, please feel free to follow up and I can send some instructions on how to automatically update rates on a daily basis. What this is going to quickly show is the last time rates were manually adjusted, what the last exchange rate date you have in the system is, and what the rate that's currently being used is. In this case, we can see that although there is a Canadian rate identified, it has not been updated in almost 9 months. Additionally, the euro and the peso are set up, however, they've never been assigned rates or updated. Likely you're not using these rates at all and may not be needed, but if that is not the case, this is definitely something that you'd want to look into ASAP. At this point, you have run through the full setup tab of the health check. We do recommend running this on a regular basis, and many of our clients do include this exercise as part of their month-end close checklist. By utilizing this health check, you can see here that in just a few minutes, we ran through all of your key system indicators.